did something. There was a sale and I've always wanted to give this a go. So we're going to start a little mini series of trying on any sports bras as humanly possible. We're talking sports bras and sports tops. Basically just looking for ones that I can wear to the gym. I don't want super high impact. I don't want to feel like I'm wearing some sort of bulletproof vest. That is my idea of hell in the gym. But I also need some coverage and I don't want to be stared at whilst I'm at the gym because I look inappropriate. So today we're trying Gymshark. I bought loads that were in the sale. We'll see how we get on. I'll tell you the names of them and what my expectations are and show you and everything. And then we'll have a little try on and see what they're like. I'm called the Mesh Black sports bra. Number one, wouldn't say it's black personally, it's navy blue. So I'm not sure why that's mislabeled. I'm pretty sure in all of these bras, I've ordered a size medium. The reason why this is difficult is because I'm relatively small around, but I've got a larger cup. So following the size guide, like there's nothing that's going to work for me. If I were to fit to my underband size, I would be an extra small to a small. If I were to fit to my cup size, it would be a large to an extra large. So we've gone for a happy medium in the medium. So this is what this one looks like. As you can see, I don't know if I can get up and close. It's like a nice sort of high neck, round, and then the back is like a mesh style. It's also got a little clippy bra style bit under here. So we'll try that one on and see how we get on. But this looks like it should be a pretty good option because it's high neck, so it's gonna have a little bit of like coverage at the top, which is good. But the only issue I have with this sort of racer style is that it's gonna mean it probably will pull here. So let's try it on and see. Right, I've had to clip my hair up because it's far too warm to be doing this with my hair down. But I am happily surprised. What the hell? This actually looks really good. I love how the back looks. I find that so many of the like sports bra tops that other cute girls wear at the gym are all these like cute strappy things, and I look like I've been like strapped in ready for like a parachute lift or something. But that's actually quite cute. Look, I have had to clip it on the tightest setting because, as I said, it's a medium, so it's not very tight around the bottom band. Usually I would say that's not a very good fit. However, for how it's fitting along here and how it's not gaping too much there, this is actually a pretty good option. I'm surprised by this one. I thought it was going to be huge on here and tiny up here. And I like that there is a higher neck option. I don't feel hugely separated in between, which is usually a bit of like a annoying thing because if you get sweaty, that's going to get swampy real quick. But I think that's well cute. What do we think? I'll give you a little 360. So this one's supposed to be, I think it said, yeah, this one's supposed to be high support. I personally would not run in that. I would not run a bath in that, but I would be happy to weightlift in it. I feel like I've got quite a good range of motion. And also this is quite good because it's mesh here, it's not super tight. It gives you a little bit more movement for back. So if you have big lats like me, if you're doing back day, that's a good option. So this one I would say is a good shout. Let's try the next one. Okay, so this one's more risky. Let's be honest. This is a tiny bra. I don't really know what I was thinking when I ordered this one, but I think on the picture it had quite a high apex, which means these bits come up quite high. So I figured maybe it would be good for a side boob coverage. So this is the Vital Seamless V-neck sports bra, light support, obviously, because it's quite small, but it looks like this. I don't know if you can see. I can't see what you guys are seeing, so hopefully that is in frame. It's got the cute little logo on the back. You can either crisscross it or have it straight up and down. It's come crisscross, so that's how I'll try it, but it's got these sort of little clips. That thin elastic and those tiny hooks worry me because they do not look very structurally integral and I need that. So we'll try that one on and see. But I like this one's supposed to be blue, and it said that it's called blue because this one's definitely not black because my bottoms are black and this is more navy. So we'll try this one on, see how we get on. I don't have high hopes for this one. Who knows if I'll actually show it to you if it's bad. I can't believe it. It fits. This one obviously has a V-neck neckline, so it's a little less coverage than the high neck one, but I still don't feel like I'm spilling out. Like I said, it has got the high apex, so it does cover around the sides and at the top quite well. The back's cute, it's a little crisscross, and it actually does feel like I can maneuver around, so that's good. I would not be doing anything too crazy in this one because I'm not going to jiggle too much, but you can use your imagination. That is going to be quite risky. I don't love the fabric of this one. I've got like, I don't know if I've got some sort of sensory issues or something, but like wearing fabrics that feel really synthetic does bother me. Obviously that's quite a lot of active wear, but this does feel like, it does feel a little bit cheap and nasty, I won't lie. It does have insertable, you know, the little pads here. I think you can take them out. Yeah, you can remove them. I wouldn't, because I think that's what's given me quite a lot of support, and I feel like I'd have someone's eye out if I took them out. But for a little skimpy option for a fuller bust girl, that is pretty good. I don't know what it would be like with the strap straight down. It might give a little bit more lift and coverage potentially, but I quite like the crisscross. So yeah, that one's pretty good. This one's size medium as well. Let's move on to the next. This one is the Lift Contour Seamless Sports Bra in purple. So it's sort of like a burgundy purple, and then it's got like a lighter burgundy sort of piping trim, if you can see. So it looks like this, and then it's got a nice little racer back here. There is no fastenings on this one. The fabric of this one is very different to the one I'm wearing now. This one's quite thin, and this one's pretty like, I don't know if you can see the stretch on it, that's pretty strong. So I'm hoping this will be pretty supportive. It also has the same sort of removable pads that the one I'm wearing now does have. It does have quite a plunging neckline, so we'll see how much coverage it'll give, but I like that it's got the like ribbed bottom here. So let's try it on and see. Again, size medium, colour purple. I'm starting to get really surprised actually now, because this is like the third one we've tried and I'm still happy. And I thought from the get-go it was going to be bad. So Gymshark's doing all right so far. This one, lovely. It feels firmer around, so it feels like there's more support. I will say the bottom band is firm, but it does feel like there's room for me to like lift my arms up and then it gets sucked underneath. So it's not super duper firm. It feels pretty like hefty around here because it's got the thicker straps. So I feel like that could dig into your traps and be a little bit annoying. This is the back. Again, good range of motion. I do feel like this one, out of the ones we've tried so far, has a bit more room for spillage on the side boob. I don't know if you can see a little bit on my bigger side here. I am spilling out a tiny bit. So that one is a little bit more annoying. But again, I like that it's relatively high coverage. I like that it's it just feels like a nice little sports bra. This is kind of what I've been looking for, like one that's a good in between. It doesn't feel too skimpy. I could wear this under a t-shirt and it not feel like I'm absolutely sweating, but it's also like I could wear this with just leggings and a jacket and feel okay, not too exposed. So I think this is quite a cute one. I'm not too sure if I'm sold on the colour. I'd prefer it if it was just black or if it was a cuter colour. I don't know why I chose this one, to be honest. Maybe it was the only one left. Quite like it. I think this could be annoying. I get quite a sweaty back. I'm a sweaty girl. So maybe this thicker bit in the back would annoy me after a while. If I'm stairmastering it or something, this might not be the one. But I think it's quite cute. I'm quite surprised with that one. Right, let's try the next one. Now we're getting into more high impact, high coverage territory. This could be where things go wrong. So this is called so I'm reading off the packet. This is called the Crossover Strap High Support Sports Bra. Size medium, high support in the colour white. I like that it's white. There are no good white bra options for fuller bust girls. I think that's such a nice little mix up, but everything I have is either black or grey or navy, and I would quite like a white one. Or does it look slightly like a nursing bra, potentially? That could be an issue, but I'm not feeling like the difference between the cup size and the bottom band is going to do much for me. So this is how it looks from the front. That's how it looks from the back. I might have to adjust it so that it fits properly because these sliders look like they're quite long. Got a little proper bra back. The inside is all like meshy here, and then it's got a bit more of a firmness along the bottom band here. So let's try it on and see. I think this one's supposed to be a bit more high support as well, but it's like a molded cup, so this entire bit is sort of, it's obviously not cup size friendly. This is more of a small, medium, large situation, and I have a feeling it's not going to fit. But let's try it. I might be proven wrong. Okay, well now I'm undecided because number one, it took me about 20 minutes to put on. I had to dislocate my shoulders. I had to, I did not like getting that on one bit. That was hard. From the front, this looks like a great sports bra for me, right? But my issue with it is that it's squishing my boobs right in and going, which I suppose is, that's kind of what a high support sports bra is supposed to do. Not gonna lie, we understand this. But I don't like that I can see it. If there was a little bit more fabric going around here and the straps weren't coming from the center of the bra, they may be a bit better. But as you can see, I kind of look like I've been hit by a bus a little bit and it's gone. So I'm not sure on this one. Underband also not tight enough for me. I feel like that one could come slip out, which is not really the vibe I'm going for. But I like the feeling of the support on the chest, even though it does feel a little bit tighter. Sometimes that is better for a sports bra feeling. The back, I did have to adjust the straps, but not as much as I thought, because I adjusted it and then I couldn't get my head through it. And obviously with it being white and I've got makeup on, that was quite hard. So that's something to think of. But yeah, you've got to get your head through and then you've got to do this. And it's just a bit of a faff, to be honest. But the back's cute. I like those crisscross. And you don't get many crisscross nice backs with a supportive sports bra. I would say if you're a little bit smaller than me, this could be a really good shout for you. I like the fabric actually, even though it is obviously like synthetic still, it doesn't feel as like cheap and nasty as the other one I said about. A little bit of moulding here, which sort of shapes slightly, and as you can see the bottom band here goes up and down to sort of give that little bit more illusion of shape. It's not going to stop you getting sweaty and swampy and uni boob, but it could be an option. I find it difficult to decide if I like these or not, you know, because I think for so many years I've just gone with whatever will vaguely fit. So now I'm trying to find something that's actually good. I'm like, well, it fits, but is it a good fit? That's where it's difficult. You can see from that angle, I'm not loving that. I don't like that my boob is coming out up here. This is the thing, the more we're wearing it now, I'm starting to get a little bit more of a feel for it. I'm gonna say this one's probably I don't know, because my boobs look quite good, don't they? I'm gonna say it's probably a no, simply because I don't love it. It's a maybe, it's a maybe. Okay, so our next one is the square neck sports bra, medium support in black. I love a little square neck personally. It is a neckline that's always worked for me, always allows a little bit more coverage around the side, and it's just quite flattering. So this is what it looks like up close. So as you can see, it's like the sort of almost a bit molded fabric at the front, and then on the back we've got the mesh, which again will be quite good for flexibility. It has got, which is encouraging, this little section here, which is a separate panel, so that's a little side wing. So that should help with this issue I'm having here with this bit escaping. That should sort of strap those in. So I'm excited to try this one on. There is no back like clippiness or anything. It's an over the head jobby, which is, I've got to shove one over my shoulder and then another one over by my feet to get it in. But do you know what? It's a risk I'm willing to take to test it for you. You're welcome. So let's try this one next. I have another undecided one. From the beginning looks, yeah, it looks adorable. I love it. I think this is the cutest like style one so far. I just love a square neckline on me. I think it's really flattering. I think I've got quite broad shoulders and obviously a bigger chest and smaller waist. So I think for looks wise, not that that's what we're going for the gym, but for looks wise, this is cute. However, I did have some initial thoughts. So wait, I'll show you 360 first. This is the front, this is the back. Mobility is very good because it's right to back. When I first put it on, this was like, my boobs were eating it a little bit. Like that is very, very movable. There is not any secureness there. That needs to be like a few inches tighter to actually provide any support, which is sad because I like the style of it. Like I said with the side support, that has sort of done the job a little bit. There's a tiny, oh sorry, the tag's sticking out. I hate when they put a tag in the boobs. Why have you done that? It has mostly covered a lot more of that side sort of boob area, so that's quite good. I just feel like if I were to be tensing my boobs, can you see from the side? I've got an ever so slight overflow, and that is when I start getting self-conscious at the gym. If I'm doing, I don't fucking know, if I'm doing bicep curl or something and I'm tensing and then I can feel my boobs starting to come out, that's when I start getting self-conscious and start wanting to be like, oh no, oh no. And I don't, I see, do you see that? When I pulled that up then, that's how unfirm the underband is, because that's now just gone underneath my boobs. And that's not really the vibe we're going for. That needs to be a lot tighter. But I think it's really cute. I've really got to have a proper sit down and decide what I'm keeping and sending back. I said I was going to send it all back, but I'm actually quite liking a lot of them. But what do you think? I like that it's almost like goes back, not quite into a halter neck, but because it has got that racer back, it's got that sort of effect. I like this as mesh as well. No clasps on the back, so it was just an over the head job. It wasn't too difficult to get into this one. Quite like this one. I think it's quite cute with the little logo there as well. What do we think? I can't decide. Right, I'll move on to the next one. So here is the next one. It is the lightweight high support sports bra medium size, high support in the colour purple. It's this cute lilac colour. Interesting because it's got this almost like breathable, meshy but moulded fabric. I don't know how to explain that. But yeah, it's moulded, as you can see, and then the back is similar to the one that I'm wearing now with the mesh back, and it's racer back. Again, I feel like it has, I think the reason I chose it is because it has potential with it being a higher neck as well, but I do think, again, obviously this is not the size or shape of my boobs, so we'll see how well it fits. Let's try it on. I think I like this one. I think I do. I'm surprised by how the moulded sort of cup is actually moulded, so there really doesn't feel like a huge amount of uni boob. This little seam along here really does help. It is a little bit of like a firmer fit across the chest, and it does sort of do what I said before with, I think it was the white one that I didn't like, that it smushed me in. As you can see, there is a bit of smushage, as you can see on the sides here, and a tiny bit of side boob, but it doesn't feel as intense as the other one. And I like the colour, I like the straps. I think the neckline's nice. It's like a V, but not a deep V, and it sort of curves up and around. And the back is the halter neck, and this is the movement again. Again, same issue having all of them, and I think this is ultimately just down to the small, medium, large sizing, and rathering it being, you know, not cup or background size. That is, can we just fix this? As a collective, as activewear brands, can we just give us an option to tighten this? Like, if this bit was separate, if they had done some sort of component where I could adjust that to be tighter, this would be really good. I'm really surprised that it actually contains me. I like this one. I think this one's going to be a keep. Meant to be high support. Again, wouldn't, I mean, it feels a bit more supportive than the other one. Probably wouldn't run in it. But I quite like it. I like that it's a cute colour as well. Gives you a little bit more option. Like I said, usually it's just black or grey. So it's nice to have something to feel cute in for once. But I think this is quite a good option. Let's try, I think we've got one more left. I think the next one is like a top style rather than just a bra. So let's test it and see. This is called the, this is the Everyday Shelf Cami Tank, size medium body fit, and in the colour green. It's like this nice khaki green. It's just like a top with one of those sort of shelves inbuilt. I don't know if, there you go, you can see. Most of the tops I wear every day to the gym is the Honor Active version of this. For some reason this isn't hitting the same. I think it's the fabric. So the fabric is pretty shiny, sort of stretchy, flimsy, whereas the Honor Active one's quite like buttery and velveteen, thicker, so it feels like there's more support. Not that there isn't support, as you can see I'm like quite lifted, but I do feel like, I don't know, I would probably stay in there, but I'm just not loving it personally. I think it is the fabric. Again, a little bit side boob. It is quite plunging. I don't know if I would feel super confident wearing this one at the gym. I think I would be a little bit self-conscious. But again, you can tighten and lower the straps. This is the manoeuvrability. Obviously, because it's not racer back, there is a little bit more restriction around the back, so that's something to take into consideration. But it kind of feels a bit like from the side again, a bit smooshed. Not perfect, but not a bad option. If you're looking for a top, the medium works well on me. Could be an option. Let's chat about my final thoughts here and now. I'm a size 8 to 10 clothes wise. Bra size wise, I can be from a 28J to a 30GG. They're generally my main sizes I go for, but it completely depends on what style bra I wear. But obviously I'm small around and I'm bigger here. So I'm surprised that there were no major no-nos. But when I was shopping, I was looking specifically for things that I knew I wasn't going to be like just covering a nipple with. And I think that probably changed it. If I had ordered just a bit of everything, then we would have had a lot more fails. But I ordered with this in mind, so obviously take that with a grain of salt. I'm not saying the Gymshark is a full of us brand by any stretch of the imagination, because a lot of them, they were skimpy on the people with like very small cup sizes. So you know, you've got to take that into consideration when you're shopping. But ultimately, I think that was pretty successful. I expected a lot worse. I think when it comes to finding things appropriate for the gym that aren't just super high coverage, super high impact, and like things like that, you've kind of got to take it with a bit of a grain of salt. You know, it's never going to be perfect. Maybe one day it will be perfect. Maybe one day I'll make something perfect. But it's really nice to have options, and I think this has been really fun, and I think I'm going to try it out for more brands because I like seeing what fits and what doesn't. So if I like it, then I'm sure you guys do. So if this has been helpful, please do like, subscribe, comment, do all that stuff. Share it with your friends who've got big boobs and like to go to the gym, because I know there are a lot of us and there's not much content about it. And yeah, we'll try another brand next time. See you later. Bye.